The privateers of the Penda Points Series, like Mark Hall of the Executioner and the husband and wife team of Mike and Pam Botters. Teams that have toyed with some success, but racing on a grand scale is tough when the size of your budget is miniature compared to others. Running on a shoestring. Many coming through these gates today may have also walked a similar mile. But when battling uphill, success is measured in the attempt, and pride is the badge of victory. This is Trucks and Tractor Power, featuring the best in MTRA monster truck racing. Today, it's the Monster Truck Thunder Drags from the Canfield Fairgrounds in Canfield, Ohio. This is race number 8 on the Penda Points Series. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Lee, and welcome to Trucks and Tractor Power on the Nashville Network. The last time here in Canfield a year ago was a big weekend for Gene Patterson in Bigfoot. The Ford won 2 races. However, Barefoot, the Dodge with Fred Schaefer, also won a race. But so far this season, Fred is winless. Could tonight be the night? Here with more on the Barefoot Dodge is Army Armstrong.
At the beginning of the year, Gary, everybody was keeping an eye on the Big Bear, the Grizzly, the Barefoot truck of Fred Schaefer. Everybody said he was going to be the guy to beat, but it hasn't turned out that way. As a matter of fact, a lot of people have been saying the old Bear's been hibernating. Well, winter may be over, because Fred Schaefer and Barefoot seem to have found the combination they've lost all year long. And really, if they're going to win the championship, they've got to turn the luck around starting now. They can't wait any longer. We're halfway through the season. Schaefer has got to go after Brass. Well, you're going to get to see it, because in the next round, Schaefer and Barefoot is going after Andy Brass and Bigfoot. For all intents and purposes, this one run, the next run between these two, could decide the national championship. Back to you, Gary.
Well, Fred Schaefer will have to defeat Dan Runte and Andy Brass every chance he gets, because right now he is third in the point standings. They're the top 5 current standings after 7 of the 13 events. And here is a look at your fast qualifier today. This is Colt Cobra, and he had a clocking of 5.37 in the Ford. And look at the air, a tough landing right there for your fast qualifier.
Now, Dan Patrick, the only Chevrolet to really be able to flex his muscle this year. Patrick, a professional racer, decided he's going to step up and run with these guys, but in order to do it, you got to attack the track, and that run shows us he's not afraid to go after the throat.
Rough landing, but a good run. Now, once again, we show you some highlights from round 1, Dan Patrick and Fred Schaefer. Fred in the far lane, and the Barefoot Dodge just does eke out the victory over Dan Patrick. Barefoot a 5.38 ET.
Yeah, but Dan Patrick with a 5.41 can still be a player and get back into the loser bracket, Gary.
Well, Gary Porter made a quick exit. He got knocked out in the first round by Andy Brass. Now, Brass ran a 5.13, setting up the matchup with Fred Schaefer that Army told you about at the beginning of the show. There's Brass's 5.13. And also in round 1, it was Colt Cobra against Don Van Loo.
Van Loo still trying to get the handle on that Arizona Sports Shirt Chevrolet. Just not going to be the player. Everybody's landing different. You know what I'm saying? Watch these trucks. Nobody is doing things like the other guy.
Mark Hall in the Executioner has not made it into round 2 very often this year, but in a mild upset, he would advance with Ray Porkowski going out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, Mark Hall and his brother are good monster truck people. They just need one thing. All racers need it at one time or another. They just need to get a good break.
Here's a gal that needs a good break. We talked about the privateers earlier in the show. Here's Pam Botters in the Boogie Van. She pulls up against the very well-financed Power Wheels Bigfoot as Gary Celine looks on as they drive away from you.
The Bigfoot crew is looking on because they know that this young lady can step up and run with anybody anytime. They will not roll over for her.
5.12, best run so far of the night, turned in by Dan Runte. We'll get Army something to eat, come back and serve up round 2 from Canfield. Stay with us.
Thanks, Gary.
Welcome back to the Canfield Fairgrounds here in Canfield, Ohio, and the Penda Thunder Drags. Let's check in with Army now down trackside on the track conditions.
Okay, what we're looking at is the starting line area, and there's parity here. All the drivers seem to like both lanes. We don't have a good lane or a bad lane here. As a matter of fact, I'm standing on the first set of cars that they're jumping or rolling, and none of the drivers are having a bit of problem here. They say it's smooth sailing. As a matter of fact, in no man's land, the area between the two jumps, Same. Everybody's having a good time. But the big difference, the playground, as the driver called it, is after the second jump. That's where all the trucks are really starting to twist and shout when they get up in the air. Back to you, Gary.
Twist and shout.
They're rock and rolling. That's about as rock and roll as you're going to get, Gary.
Samson takes on Snakebite, Barefoot, Bigfoot Cruiser, and Executioner, and the Power Wheels Bigfoot.